Welcome to the Hudson Valley Business Scene, brought to you by the Dutchess County Regional Chamber of Commerce. I'm here today with Mary Kay Vrba, the President and CEO of Dutchess Tourism. Mary Kay, thank you for joining me on today's edition. And I wanted to talk to you about business and tourism and how they relate to each other. I know we have a lot of initiatives going on here in Dutchess County, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about that and how it relates to our local businesses. I know there's been a big push for tourism here in the county. Our county executive has made a tremendous commitment to tourism. So what would you say about how it's going to affect our businesses here in the near future?
Well, it's great to be with you, Frankie. Thanks for bringing us. And tourism is a big economic driver in Dutchess County. In fact, when visitors come, they spend over $508 million, and we employ over 9,000 people in the county. So when our visitors come, they spend their money, they keep our small businesses going, and it's a great impact.
What do you attribute this uptick to?
Well, you know, Dutchess County has got a lot of things going for it. And when I go out and promote the area, I tell people there's 5 things that are really distinctly Dutchess. You know, we have the walkway over the Hudson, we have the Culinary Institute of America, we have Dia Beacon, we have Crown Maple syrup, which is going to probably be one of the largest producers in North America soon, and there's a lot going on. So we're just a world-class destination with world-class things to see.
And what is your role as tourism, and how do you play into, with your professional staff, attracting people to this area?
Well, we work very hard at that. You know, we get great support from the county. There's a bed tax, an occupancy tax that the visitors pay, and that's what supports us. And we go out and we have a large advertising campaign that promotes people. We're in major magazines like Oprah and Family Circle, Ladies Home Journal. We do a lot of travel trade shows. We're at the New York Times Travel Show, the Washington, D.C. Travel Show, Philadelphia Travel Show, and we're international. I Love New York has opened up several offices in London and Germany, Australia, China. So we're out there telling people all the great things there is to see and do. And with 50 million visitors coming to New York City every year, it's easy for them to come up on the train or rent a car and come and explore all New York and Dutchess has to offer.
Can you tell our listeners about some of the events that we might have coming up that are exciting this summer?
Well, as you know, you're working on one of the biggest ones with the Hot Air Balloon Festival out at Barton Orchards in July. That's going to be big. We have the Hudson Valley Bike Ride that'll be here at the end of June. We have about 3,000 bike riders, and this is for everybody. So locally, if you've got a bike and you like to go out and bike, come and join us at the end of June. We've got dragon boat races on the river, so you know, you should get a team, Frank, and join us as well as all the other people out there. It's a great afternoon on the Hudson River, and we have an arts festival working with the Arts Mid-Hudson group. There's Fireball Run is coming in September. We're so excited about that. That's 40 teams that are racing throughout 8 cities, 2,000 miles, and they're going to be doing some great things here in the valley. So we want everybody to come out and cheer all those great cars coming in and the teams. So lots of activities happening, and then as the fall moves on with all our farm fresh programs and all our culinary things to see and do, lots going on. People that says there's nothing happening, they ought to check out DutchessTourism.com.
Dutchess Tourism actively goes out and solicits organizations to come and film here. How does that work? How do you start that initial process with them, and how many of these type of films are coming to the area? And talk a little bit about the Fireball Run and how that process got started.
Well, there's kind of 2 things here. You know, Fireball Run is a kind of adventure reality TV show, and we met them at what's called IPW, which is an international travel trade show, had an appointment with them, found out about what that all means and what it could mean for Dutchess County. And so we put in a bid for it, and we were selected as one of the destinations. And then we began to work with them on the events that they will do while they're here, to work on our hotels and to work with our restaurants to help bring the group here. And that's one kind of thing. But the other we do is we also work with Hudson Valley Film Commission, and we actively, whenever there's a film request, our office is very active in helping films to find location sites, to work with caterers, to help get the permits they need. So we work very closely with that. And you know, the films range from free student films for somebody doing a project for college to multi-million-dollar films. And that means jobs. That means hotel nights, that means revenues, that means our small restaurants are getting more traffic. I know I talked to several of our small restaurant owners, and some of the film crews have taken over their restaurants in the evenings for cast parties or film parties. So it's a big economic impact. One hotel over the last 7 years from a German company has had over 45,000 room nights. That's a big impact for our businesses.
Absolutely. I can see it just in the growth that we're having here in the area. We have a lot of hotels popping up and a lot of agritourism popping up due to a lot to your attraction and the attraction that you're focusing on in tourism. I know you travel a lot with your position. You're traveling all over the country. Can you talk a little bit about the trade missions and how you're attracting people here?
Well, when we go on trade missions, we normally meet with tour operators as well as press and tell them what there is to see and do here so that the tour groups can come and stay overnight. Because whenever a tour bus comes into the region in one evening, that's about a $15,000 impact. So we want that group market. And one good thing about the group market is that it keeps coming. Whether if it's raining outside or it's a little bit of snow, if a bus is scheduled to come, it'll be here. In addition to that, we're working with our hotels on the international market, which is more of bringing the individual traveler. Could be families, could be family reunions, and they're coming. And what we're trying to sell internationally is that, you know, maybe you're not comfortable with driving a car out of Manhattan. Well, you don't have to. You can take train, you can get on Metro North, you can get on Amtrak, come up here, rent a car from our local car agencies, travel around the Hudson Valley, make your circle around New York State, bring your car back here, and then go back to the city. So we're trying to show them how easy it is. We're trying to show them all the great things that there is to see and do outside of Manhattan, because New York's a great city. It's a little bit of a city compared to our host state, and so there's lots to see and do here. So we work very actively. We make those business contacts. We send those business contacts out to our local businesses to follow up on, and then we do a lot of follow-up as well.
Mary Kay, thank you for coming in and being with us here on the Hudson Valley Business Scene this month. Also talking about tourism and relating to business. I appreciate everything that you do for us here in our community and attracting business to our lovely Dutchess County. Thank you to all of our viewers for tuning in. We'll see you next month.